Hi everybody, it's Diana. I have a really fun technique to show you. I don't know what it's called. It looks like bleach and it's kind of embossed at the same time. So I showed it, oh my gosh, 2010 I believe it was, at convention. And I thought, oh, I don't think I've showed it on my blog. So I figured that would be a fun one to show today. So what you're going to need is, I am using Whisper White Thick. You could use regular Whisper White as well, but what I'm using here is just Whisper White Thick. A Stampin' sponge that I've cut into like a pie shape. And I'm just using Emerald Envy. And what we're going to do, we are going to sponge on some of the Emerald Envy ink onto the cardstock. And it's so funny. I was like wanting to show this technique, and I knew how to do it, but there was one thing that I was like not sure about, so I had to dig up the old video, and that's how I know it was 2010. I had to dig up the old convention video to remind myself how I did it. Okay, so now I have just sponged on Emerald Envy, and then what I'm going to use is, this is just a background stamp, a decorative stamp, and it comes from the Moroccan Night stamp set, so it's just this big one here. And I'm going to be using it as well as the Versamark pad and Stampin' Mist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way, and then I'm going to ink up the stamp with the Versamark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray. Now I'll spray it off camera so I don't get Stampin' Mist all over, but I'm going to spray the stamp with Stampin' Mist. And I gave it 5 little spritzes. So it's really just going to depend on your humidity and all that kind of stuff, and how much that you want to be able to see it. So then I'm just going to lay that on there, and then I'm just going to take another piece of paper, and I'm just going to give it a rub, and then it's just going to kind of react with the mist and the Versamark and the wetness of it. And then the wet gets into the nooks and cranny of the stamp. Okay, so you can kind of see it bleeding through a little bit, and that's good. You want it to do that. And then I'm just going to peel it off. And what it does is, see, it's raising the paper, so it gives it that embossed look, and it's also giving it kind of a bleached look. Now this will change as it dries, so let me show you. I'll get that out of the way. Let me show you, so that was the Emerald Envy. So let me show you one that is dry. So see the difference? Now, it depends on how much ink you put on there, but it's just such a cool technique. So this is the other Emerald Envy one that's dry. So this is the one I just did. So let me show you some of the other colors I did. And I just was having fun with it. So this is Sweet Sugar Plum. So it almost looks like chalky or whatever. So that one turned out cute. And you can just use them for backgrounds or whatever. Tempting Turquoise was fun. So that one's Tempting Turquoise. So it's also a really neat one as well. This one, I love the Bermuda Bay one. So this is Bermuda Bay. And I had, of course, I had my t-shirt stamp set still out. So I thought, well, I'm going to see about stamping on it and then framing it out. So that left a really cool look on the t-shirt as well. So there's that. And then this one, super cute, is Melon Mambo. And I love how you can kind of see it like it, and you could never do an identical one because it depends on how the mist, gets into all the nooks and crannies. So that's the Melon Mambo one. And then I did a really quick card. So I did a one with the Melon Mambo. So this is really cute. And I just did it on a piece of paper down here, and you can see, I can see this one more than this one, so you can never tell how it's going to react. But this is so cute. So this uses the new stamp set called Perfect Mix, and it is so adorable. If you if you sell Pampered Chef or Tupperware, or you know somebody, a friend of mine, she has cake pop classes. She's amazing. So this would be a perfect stamp set for anybody that is in that kind of business, or just a friend that likes to cook. So I just had to use this one. It's a fun stamp set to color. So I used that, and I used our new watercolor pencils to color it. And what I did was I used the aqua painter. I'll show you really quick. There's a couple ways you can use it. You can use them with the aqua painter as well, but I just used the blender pen tonight. And this is shimmery white. It lets you move the color around a little bit better than Whisper White. Whisper White tears easier, so shimmery is usually my go-to color if I'm not using watercolor paper. So what I did was I'm touching the basic gray pencil with the blender pen, and I'm just putting a shadow around the outside, and then this will just give the look of the metal beaters. And then make sure your blender pen is clean. I forgot my little makeup sponge, so that's good. And then you can just add, and I won't do the whole thing, I'm just going to add a little bit of color to the side, but I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to color it all the way. And then I'm going to color over here on this side as well. And you want to leave like a white area. And then I just work myself in like a circular motion. And then you get that light area on the side, and do the same thing on the top. Work yourself in circular motions. Then you don't have those lines. It makes it a lot easier. So see how it's a little lighter over here. And then I'm going up here, and I'm going to leave like a lighter area. So cute. And then I just add some pool party with the ink pad, because there's not a pool party pencil. So this is the Melon Mambo, which went with the card. So I have a class coming up. If you live in Arizona, I have a class coming up the end of the month where you'll get your watercolor pencils and a blender pen and some other stuff. And I'm teaching a class. So make sure you give me a holler if you are interested. Make sure you hop over to my blog and check it out there. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you don't miss anything. And I will say see you later. I'll get this all uploaded. And have a super night. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.